Thank you so much for coming to this video. Hello. So good morning. It is good morning in New Hampshire. It is 21 degrees. Very cold today, and I'm on my way to school. So I hope you guys are finding it a great morning. The sun is shining. I heard we're supposed to be getting snow in a couple days, but not sure. I mean, it's already mid-January and we haven't had much snow. We just have a little bit, just enough to cover some places, but it's already going away. So, yeah, we could still get a lot of snow. It's not over yet, but I just wanted to say hello and do my morning chat today. I hope you are doing well, and I'm on my way to school. So I'm really glad to be a teacher at a private Christian school, and I also have 2 kids that are going to school there. And I have 13 children, and my first 2, they went to public school for a few months, and that's it. Other than that, we've done homeschool or private Christian school. We did do homeschool up to about 11 years ago, and then 2020 to 2021, I also homeschooled that year. But we found another school, and we're back to school. I believe this is my 11th year. I've lived 3 years at one school and 3 years at another, and this is going on my 4th year, plus, interruption there in the middle. So thank you so much for coming to this video. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, I would really love it if you would do a thumbs up and a subscribe. And I'm hoping to put up some more videos about family life, teacher life, and things like that. I wanted to tell you something really funny. We have a family chat group, which is really nice. If you have a big family, this is the generation to do it, because we can do a group family chat. And I have some family out west, some family down south, some family somewhat close by, but everybody's got jobs, everybody's working, and it's really hard. I wish that I had seen the vision to just make sure my kids lived in my same town. They just, I don't blame them. They want to go see the world and try new things, and that's part of the human experience, but I definitely miss them. Last week, we were able to spend some time together, and some of my family came to town, and we were able to just get together, eat food. We went to a restaurant. We played games, which was really fun. Just playing games, laughing, talking, and just hanging out. It was really special. I really loved it. And hopefully this summer I'm going to be able to do a little bit of visiting as well. And I really love to visit my older kids. I feel so much like a relief is off, because I felt so responsible, wondering, how to keep them safe and stuff like that. Keeping them from the evil things in this world and trying to make sure they grow up as good citizens. And I have to say, they're all really good workers, and I'm very proud of them, and I'm very blessed by them, and I love the people that they are becoming. And I love to hang out with them and talk to them and spend time with them. So I wanted to tell you, my grandson, he told his mom that he wanted to get a flu shot. And she was like, hey, why do you want to get a flu shot? It's kind of a random thing for a kid to say. And he said, well, I want a flu shot because then I can get the flu and I can watch TV more. Spoken like a real kid that figured things out. Reasoning skills, So I thought that was funny. I also wanted to talk to you today about my hair. Okay, so this is a topic I was thinking before I started out. My hair is not the greatest hair, and my whole life it's like thin hair. My mother always had it short when I was a kid. I was the daughter with the short hair. My sister had beautiful blonde hair. Like she still has nice, pretty hair, and she is very pretty. And I just always had the short hair, and I just accepted it. Like if I didn't think, oh, I wish I had long hair or anything like that. I was just okay being me. But now that I've gotten older, I've gotten to just, I like the natural look. Like I do wear a little bit of makeup. I like to do my nails with the Lillian box. I have a few videos on that. But for the most part, I'm kind of a natural type person with low maintenance. And my hair is what it is. I don't color it. I get it cut maybe every like 3 to 6 months, really. It doesn't grow. And the last time I went, I liked my haircut, but it didn't last because it grew out pretty quickly. And the hairdresser, I sit down in the chair, and the hairdresser's like, "Oh my goodness, do you know how much people pay to have hair like yours?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. I've never heard that in my whole entire life." And what she was meaning was that I have kind of two colors. I have like a darker color. My hair was brown underneath. And since I've gotten gray, some of it has stayed dark and some of it is light. And in the front, it's very white. So she said, people come in and they get this done and they call it a money piece. So I have a money piece. But the problem is she didn't want to cut it on the sides. She just kind of trimmed it a little bit. But she didn't want to cut it because the way the colors go, it looks really pretty. It's like a wave and it, it's kind of looks like streaks. But it's all natural. I didn't have it done that way or anything. And my hair does have a little bit of a curl to it. So I guess at this time in my life, it's actually pretty decent. But I just wanted to say I've never colored it and I don't regret it. Like I look at people with darker hair and I love it and I think it looks really pretty on them. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I should color my hair. I should make it darker. Kind of like it used to be. But I never do because I don't want to have to keep up with all of the maintenance that it takes when you color your hair and how many times you have to keep going back. And, if life gets busy, you end up walking around with a white line in the middle of your head. And I just don't really want to deal with that. So I just thought it was funny to be told that I had hair that people pay a lot of money for. I actually have been looking at wigs, or even like hair pieces that you put in because I have some places that are really thin. But I know everything costs a lot of money. If I got hair pieces, that would probably not be a lot, but I don't know how I would put them on because my hair is so thin on the inside that I don't have hair to clip it to. I'd probably have to go to a professional that could help me out with what type of hair piece would work for me. But anyway, that was just a random topic talking about hair. So if you have gray hair, go with it. Do I think the worst thing is if you're a woman and your hair is really, really thin and you've got like almost balding, which is I'm pretty close to that. So my heart goes out to anyone in that situation. But if you color your hair and you're like, 50, then you have to decide at one point, I'm going to have to take the leap and just go with it. all natural, because you look a little weird when you're 75 and you've got 25-year-old hair. But who cares? Like, do what works for you, and if you have to kind of be confident in your own situation. So those are just my words of experience, I guess you'd say. So the sun is shining, it looks great, and I'm headed off to school, and I'm working on, I teach math, so I teach geometry, I teach Algebra 1, and I teach 7th and 8th grade math. And I was just watching a video this morning by Dr. Phil, and he was talking about the state of affairs for the education in America. And it's really sad because the scores are going down. I know that some kids naturally love school, and they're going to do no good no matter what happens. Just throw a book, they read it, they're going to be good to go. But as a society, the scores for education are very low, and it would be good to do something about it. The teachers are leaving the profession in droves, and it's not because they don't like teaching, it's because they do like teaching. And when they get to school, they can't do anything related to teaching, which is really sad. It's hard. We have to give motivational speakers. We have to convince kids why they want to do the work. So many ways. We have to hold the kids accountable, make sure they do the work. It's very exhausting, and kids don't even like to read these days. So I think we need to do something in this country about the education system. I do believe that education, you can learn anything you want to learn, almost for free. You can get books from the library. There are so many free resources. You could never learn all there is to learn for just free. And we need motivation. We need purpose. We need to teach the kids that they're capable, and we need to teach them how to learn and how to teach themselves. And the amount of money that we're spending on public education, we should be putting out geniuses, but we're not. So we need to do something about this state of education in America. In New Hampshire, we have it's a bill we have what's called the Education Freedom Account. And this is money that we give to anyone who is homeschooling or sending their child to a private school. They can get this money and they can spend it on anything to do with education. Like, you could spend it on a tutor, music lessons. You can spend it on anything related to education, books, resources like computers, things like that. And so that's really good, and it seems to be a way to go towards freedom choice, education choice. Like, you choose the school your kids want to go to. And some people are talking about, parents should be able to choose what school your kids go to. Because right now it goes by town. There are some towns in New Hampshire that don't have schools, so they will, the town decides where the kids can go. There's a nearby town to me that has 3 schools the kids can pick from. And so they just can't pick any school. It has to be one of the 3. So New Hampshire is looking at being one of the first to innovate school choice. We'll see how that goes. Because, there's always going to be those people that leave it up to the school, or they just want to drop their kid off and let the school decide. But I think it's a good idea. I've chosen for my kids, I've chosen homeschool, I've chose the Christian schools that they went to, and we got to know a lot of people. And I mean, no situation is perfect. Homeschooling wasn't perfect. Sending my kids to a school wasn't perfect. You know, there's nothing on earth that's going to be absolutely perfect. But you do the best you can for your student. And I am thankful that with my amount of children, just sending them to public school, I don't think would have worked for me. But I really don't know because I didn't really do both. And there are a lot of good people in public school. Their kids are doing great. They love it. And there are some who don't. And that's the way it is for everybody. So thank you for coming to the channel. And thank you for your thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm Cindy, and this is New Hampshire. It is what? Wednesday morning. We are headed to school. I think it's going to be a good day. I have a lot of things planned. One of my classes is on a field trip today, so I have some things to do during that time today. I teach math. I teach geometry, for one. Mathing 7. I like it. It's challenging since kids are, learn at different rates and come in at different levels. But I love algebra. I love teaching algebra. I love seeing the maturity of the students when they first start with algebra. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is so hard. And then you're like at the year I am right now in the middle, and I see them actually getting it, and they're so excited. And they're like, oh my goodness, I'm getting it. And they sound like they know the terminology. They can speak the words. It's just so fun. So I really love it. And heading off to school, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And I hope that you are looking at the sky where you are. And I hope that you are finding peace in your heart and that you know that God is with you. And if you don't, look up. Ask Him for help. Ask Him to show Himself to you, and He will. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.